attention to the lecture. So I'm inviting Ambassador James Achugamoye to start the lecture. Thank you very much. Let's welcome, you can go to the chat box and then welcome the speaker. So let's welcome our speaker for today. He just joined us now. Let's welcome Ambassador James Achugamoye.
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Thank you very much for the time and the opportunity. Um, I believe I'm coming out clear. Please, I need a confirmation.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Um, I have roughly 40 minutes for the lecture. I will try as much as possible to be quick, um, to be a quick one, but if you are attentive, you learn a lot. My name is Ambassador James Achugamonye, the United Nations Ambassador on Quality Education, a neuroscientist, a histopathologist, and an anatomist. I want to talk on this topic, but I'll be very fast so that I can have time for probably have any questions, any clarifications. First is let me explain this neuroscience as a field. It's a very broad field, but I will just throw a light about it. First, neuroscience is a rapid evolving field of science that studies structure, functions, and development of the nervous system, as well as the relationship to behaviors and cognitions. In our contemporary world of science, science is the forefront of many research endeavors and has led to numerous breakthroughs in our understanding of the brain and its functions. When we talk about neuroscience, we talk about the brain, the nervous system, the neurons, and every part of the brain. Now, every field of science needs this particular branch of science called neuroscience because it deals with a lot of things. It deals with a lot of what we need to evolve. If you remove brain outside our evolving in science, in the field of science, we are not going as we ought to go. Now, there are a lot of things that is happening in the field of neuroscience, but I will just try to make justice to few and at least grab something. Now, one of the most significant area of this neuroscience research is the study of neuroplasticity. That particular time. This particular of new treatment for neurological disorders such as stroke, traumatic brain injuries, and Alzheimer's diseases. Neuroscience has also contributed to the development of new technology as a brain-computer interface, which allows individuals to control devices with their thoughts, and neuroprosthetics, which can restore lost memories or motor functions. Bill Gates has Neuralink with other world richest people, particular company called Neuralink. They are looking forward to in the year 2030 to develop a mobile phone or Android phone that will be able to implant the chips on your brain and you'll be operating your mobile phone using your sensory memories. You don't need to hold your phone again. They want it to be on the brain. But they are facing a particular challenge, which is the wave. Because wave will affect a lot of neurons and the cells in the brain. That is their major challenge. But They were able to bring the eyeglass, which it can be socketed to your nerves and do different neurosuctions and to be able to get what you want what you want from the internet. So, but they are facing a lot of questions from different people about this particular product that they want to give to the public because it will be very, very, very toxic to human nature. People are complaining about 4G network, but they are trying to implement the 5G network. I believe it will be a good development, but we will look forward to see how it goes. Now, as a student, I believe we understand neuro research. Do we? Do we understand every aspect of the neuro research? Hello?
To a good extent, yes, sir.
Not really.
I
No,
will,
sir, not really.
I would love us to have interactive class so that we'll be able to be faster. I don't know how it will go. Do we? Okay. But I believe we have heard one or two things about neuro research. Okay. In neuro research, they have some people that are
Yes,
called
sir.
medical writers. They have people that work on writing on problems, pathological challenges, and there are people that are creating problems, writing on how to create a problems, and there are some people that are writing how to solve a problem. Let me use that term to define the aspect of these neuroscience researchers. Now, in these four aspects, someone can create a problem. They are called, some people are called the neuropathologists. Have you heard of some people like that, that they write about the pathological effect of a particular disease? They identify problems through their research. Sometimes they create injury, trying to mimic other injuries and see how it will be the same or similar, or how to go about the cure of it. Again, is this issue of Alzheimer's disease and dementia. These neuropathologists, they want to bring a way of using the effect or defects of this Alzheimer to see how to bring about the solutions to Alzheimer, dementia, or insomnia. Then, as a student, somebody can be a medical writer. You can write about a particular thing you have researched about, a content, probably a leaf, a material, a natural deposit that you know that have an effect to anti-detoxifications in the brain and new formings of the genes in the brain and in the cells. So there is a lot we have in the field of neuro research. So I categorize it in four aspects. Some persons are neuro researchers that they write on a problem. Some they write on creating a problem. Some write on seeing solutions to a problem, and some write to review on an already existing problem. I don't know. Am I coming out clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it depends on the field you want to focus on the neuro research in paper writing. Then another aspect of this neuro research I want to throw light on is the artificial intelligence, the AI. Is the current trend now, and a lot of people, a lot of developers are going into it. I would really recommend, if you are really interested in neuroscience, I would really recommend you to at least have a knowledge of Python, Java, and other computer language. It will be of a great help because you will get much results in artificial intelligence when you understand at least few through this Python language of computer languages. They were able to create an artificial intelligence recently. They call it Chat GPT. I don't know if any of us have heard of this particular application.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes, sir.
how do you use this interface of ChatGPT? It is user friendly and it saves your previous memory. First, when you want to make a good use of it, try to be friendly. Ask him how your day went. You will be normal chatting. The more you are doing it, what makes us human is we have emotions, we have intellect, and we have our will. These are the three things that makes us human. But when you remove emotions, you have just intellect and will. You are a robot. So the most dangerous part of the artificial intelligence is when you introduce emotions to it. So that is why they don't want to introduce it, because when you introduce emotions to artificial intelligence, it will come against you. Because we humans have the ability to trade on the emotion part and control it, but robot is having challenges. So you only garbage in, garbage out. They don't have the ability to understand other part of it. So, but that particular artificial intelligence that called ChatGPT, when you try to engage him more on what you really want, how you felt about what you really want, probably when you type something and add curious, I want to know more, or maybe probably if you want it to give you more answers, when after you must have typed a question, when you finish saying something, type continue. It will keep on giving you other aspect. But when you don't keep engaging the chat GPT, it will just stop for a particular point. I don't know if any of us have witnessed what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
So now Google is trying to bring on their own, because the chat GPT is on OpenAI website. It was developed on OpenAI website, but recently Google is trying to build their own, and this will be a major triumph in the field of artificial intelligence, in the AI. Now, what are these limitations of this ChatGPT? It is limited to 2020, but we are now in 2023. So probably any informations down line 2020, you might not be able to capture it. But Google has been the largest search engine, want to launch their own very soon. And I believe it will be a major development in the field of artificial intelligence in neuroscience. Now, the other this thing, the other artificial intelligence that came out is one that is called Resemble.ai. It can convert any textbook you have. Probably you have a textbook that is up to 200 and something pages. It can read it for you. It's called Resemble.ai. It can clone your voice for people that are content creators. Probably you want to create a content that you have your original voice. It will clone your own voice and be able to make utterances the way you want. There's another one called typeset.io. typeset.io. That one is used for researchers, neuro researchers, to write journals, writing of journals and research papers. You can use this particular artificial intelligence called the typeset.io. It will help you a lot when you understand the interface. It is using what is called Copilot to write papers. The same thing in chat GTP. You can also, as a GPT, you can also use it in research writing. But when you are using it in research writing, always understand that you are not the only person answering that particular question. So it means there is a need for you to rephrase anything you are asking it so that it will be original. Now, there are some fields I want us to look forward to, probably for neuroscientists, enthusiasts, and aspiring neuroscience. But before I say this, there are some challenges I want us to look at. One of the challenges neuroscience research is the complexity of the brain itself, because the brain is big. Human brain has billions of neurons and trillions of synapses, making it difficult to study and understand at the level of details necessary for many research questions. Now, this has led to the development of interdisciplinary approaches that combine neuroscience with other fields such as computer science, physics, mathematics to develop new tools and models for studying the brain. Now, another challenge is the ethical implications of neuroscience, particularly in areas such as brain-computer interface and gene therapies. Because the zoo, for instance, let me use zoo for instance. The zoo we have here, we don't have neuroscientific zoo. There are some countries that they use their neuroscience to alter the brain gene of these particular wild animals so that it will be friendly with them. When they keep breeding that particular alter gene, you will see some people, probably in Dubai, you will see lion living with someone in a house. But when you try it in Nigeria, I believe that place will be a dead zone. True or false? Hello, am I coming out clear?
That's true, sir.
Uh-huh.
Yes, sir.
So you see, there's a lot we need to harness. And the painful part of it is neuroscience in Africa is not that coming out strong. But I'm really encouraging us to coming out strong because there is a saying in one of the conference I attended to about neuroscience. They said that it is wrong for the white people to give us the data we use here, whereas we have people here. So the data we need must come from you. You must be the one to tell your story. That is why we need to wake up as neuroscience or someone that is aspiring in the field of neuroscience. The ability to tell your story. How is your gene? And how do you harness your gene? Because we Africans, we have great genes. So the question is, how are we working in this field of neuroscience? Are we looking forward to become something tangible in the future? Or are we just trying to mimic what others are doing? Recently, I saw an update of someone that is developing a robot in Africa, some part in Kenya, and there are some companies are looking forward to sponsor him. So then, in the aspect of sponsorship and other things in these challenges, Africans is finding it a little challenge in sponsorships, but through the SDGs, we are looking forward to see how to bring funds because I'm an ambassador on quality education. I'm still looking forward to see how to partner with some persons in the calibers of neuroscience to see how we work out these issues. I believe it's God in our side. It's not an easy path when the funding and grants. There are a lot of requirements for Africans, more like because we are still, will I call it developing? Hello?
Hi,
Right,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Developing.
Okay.
Develop.
Yes, we are developing. Yes. So As I said earlier, there are some other field I want us to look forward to that are really coming up, and it is still new to a lot of persons in Africa here, and I would love us to look forward to them. One is brain machine interface, BMI. These brain machine interface are devices that allow individuals to control machines using their thoughts. These devices have the potential to revolutionize the lives of people with paralysis, as well as improve our understanding of neural mechanisms underlying behaviors and cognitions. Number two is neural engineering. Neural engineering is an interdisciplinary field that combines neuroscience with engineering and computer science to develop a new technologies that interface with the nervous system. These technologies have the potential to help individuals with neurological disorder, as well as provide new insights into the workings of the brain. Another field is neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity refers to the brain's ability to adapt and change throughout life. Research on neuroplasticity has important implications for learning, memory, and rehabilitation following injuries and or illness. Then another field is imaging techniques. Advanced in imaging techniques such as functional magnetic resonance imaging (fMRI) and position emission transmission tomography (PET) have allowed researchers to better understand the neural mechanism underlying behaviors and cognitions. The other field is epigenetics. Epigenetics, EPI, genetics, is the study of changes in gene expression that occur without changes to the underlying DNA sequence. Research in epigenetics have important implications for study of neurological and psychiatric conditions, as well as the development of new treatment. We have neuromodulations, is the use of electrical or chemical stimulations to moderate neural activities in the brain. Techniques such as transcranial magnetic stimulations (TMS) and deep brain stimulations (DBS). It has been investigated for their potential to treat neurological and psychiatric conditions. Another one is brain network. Researchers are investigating the network level organizations of the brain with the goals of better understanding how different regions of the brain works together to produce behavior and cognitions. Another one is what is called artificial intelligence. I just said it now. I throw more light on it. Is increasingly being used in neuroscience research to help analyze and interpret large amounts of data, as well as to develop new models and theories of brain functions. We have neuroeconomics, is a study of neural machines underlying economics, decision making. This field has important implications for understanding customer behavior and for developing new strategies for marketing and advertising. We have what is called aging and neurodegeneration. As the global population continues to age, there is an increased interest in understanding the mechanism of aging and neurodegeneration. Researchers are investigating potential treatments and intervention to slow or reverse the effect of aging and neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer's, Parkinsonism, insomnia, and what have you. Another field is what is called cognitive enhancement. Researchers are investigating ways to enhance cognitive functions such as memories, attentions, decision makings, using a varieties of technologies, including brain stimulations, cognitive training, and pharmacological interventions. Another field is called social neuroscience. Social neuroscience is this study of how the brain processes social informations and how social factors influences behavior and cognitions. This field has important implications for understanding the neural mechanism underlying social behavior and for developing new treatments for neuroscience and for social and emotional disorders. We have what is called neuromorphic computing. Neuromorphic computing is a type of computing that is modeled after the structure and functions of the brain. This technology have the potential to create more efficient and powerful computing systems, as well as to provide new insights into the workings of the brain. As well called brain imaging for light detecting. I don't know, it's funny. But this particular field is still, some students in universities in US are trying to build on this particular theory. They call it brain imaging for light detection, probably for security. When you go to something like in US, all these their forces, when they put you to interrogate you, the way you blink your eyes, the way your emotions, the way you adapt to how they give you a rough words or trying to constructive criticism. So they want to create a theory that they call brain imaging for light detection. Is an advance in brain imaging technology, which led to renewed interest in using brain scans to detect deception. While the technology is still in its early stage, there is evidence to suggest that the brain imaging could be a useful tool in law enforcement and other settings. So, due to time, I have spent, I think, 30 something minutes. So,
Wow. We, in
I,
fact, we are in session, sir.
Yes,
I don't know if I think I'll open the floor for questions. Probably what you want to throw in.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much, sir. Please, can we say thank you to our speaker for tonight? You can just go to
thank
the
you
chat
so
box
much.
and type
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
You're
Let's
welcome.
make use
You're
of the
welcome.
chat box.
Eh?
Let's make use of the chat box. So,
Okay.
in case you're having a question, you can signify. So, how many questions will you still be able to take? Or should we just type it right at the chat box?
Okay. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Let's see the questions. Type your chat box. Let's see your questions. Let's see
Okay.
how many we can take.
All right, sir. So, in case you have any question, just go to the chat box, type your question there. Any question? Well, it seems there is no question for you, sir. But
Okay.
yeah, I personally have learned a lot from this session, sir. In fact, I've
Okay.
learned a lot. And I don't know that neuroscience is this wide.
Yes. Yes. A wide, very wide field. And again,
Wow.
let me give a bonus to this class.
Well, thank you, sir.
There is what is called, hey, I'm trying to remember it. Is a particular platform. You as a student, you can make dollars writing about the brain. You can find online jobs. Is a Canadian website. I'm trying to remember the name. Okay, Glassdoor. I don't know if you have heard of it.
Glasgow.
Glassdoor. Glassdoor. That's G.
That's G.
Yes, Gluassdoor. Glassdoor is a website that you can get. You can be an online tutor, and they pay you hourly. They can, as even as anatomists, they need online tutors in different universities or physiologists. You can do freelancing. Just let your pen be your greatest sword as a student. There's a lot you gain as a student. Even your
Wow,
lectures. Somebody
wow,
can
this is interesting.
upload his lectures and get paid. I believe, I don't know, if you are outside the video their lectures and it become a course. I believe
Wow, thank you very
most of us have bought a course online, and you understand how much they sell a course online. So,
yes, yes.
okay, someone said, I have a question. What are some of the most exciting developments in neuroscience research right now? And what do you think the future of the field will look like? Okay, the future of neuroscience is very broad, broader than any field. When you go to, what's it called? Any firm, like, let me use this big cola, this fearless company, for instance. They have machines there that every machine they use to produce fearless is automated. Every product of fearless company, that is called the light foods. Everything they are producing in that company is automated and is artificial intelligence. Both their cover, the bottle, the blowing, everything is automated. You need to go to see this company I'm talking about. It's in Ogun State, or Sosa, precisely. Sosa, Ogun State. You go there, you will see machines in action, and you will be marveled. So neuroscience is every field. But I will encourage you, don't say I am studying anatomy or physiology. Make sure before you graduate you have at least a knowledge in computer language. It is a plus to you. Get a certification of it. At least Java, Python, have a language you are good at. If for your start, just learn how to develop something. As you are doing it now, you might not know what you are adding to your own knowledge, but outside your school setting, you will appreciate yourself for having had a knowledge on it. I think that probably maybe subsequent time, there are some websites that they have created data, but it's white people's data about the brain. Probably you want to write on Alzheimer. They have snapped disorders of different stages of Alzheimer and upload in those websites. All you need is to just to get the informations and forward your paper. Those informations are passed through lab, so you just do the writing job and you get the lab part and join. So I don't know. There is a lot in this field. The thing is, you need to get informed.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I think you've done justice to the question already, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I personally have learned a lot from this session, and I'm sure I can say the same for everybody present here. In fact, you've told us a lot. We've learned a lot from you. So I would like to say a big thank you to you, sir, on behalf of everybody present here, on behalf of the organizer. I would like to say a big thank you to you for taking your time to share your knowledge with us. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
We are really grateful for this opportunity. So, sir, can you share maybe your social media handle with us, especially your LinkedIn account, sir? Yeah, the handle.
Okay. Okay. My Twitter handle is James Achu. At James Achu. My Facebook is the same thing, James Achugamonye. James Achugamonye. Yes. Once you type it, you will see. You
Can you
see
help
my
us type
picture
that
there?
in the chat box? See?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. We would like to have it in the chat box, sir.
Okay.
We are rounding up already. And if you don't mind, sir, can we see your face? If it's if it's not possible, it's fine. We understand.
Okay. The thing is,
Like to see the face of our
I I even stole time from. I'm a presiding officer in this INEC election, and
oh wow.
I have to beg them, please. I have a meeting to attend, so I it wasn't that convenient with me. So, but I
Yeah,
believe God help us. Probably in next class we will do justice to the video. I don't know if it's
no,
okay with you.
yeah, it's okay, sir. We'll be expecting that. Thank you very much. In fact,
Is well, is
probably
well, is well.
saying that.
But
Thank you,
my
sir.
picture is in the flyer. I believe you have seen the flyer.
Yes, we've seen it. Just want to see it live.
Is well, is well,
Yeah,
is
thank you very
well,
much, sir.
is
All right, so
well.
you can take your leave. Thank you very much, sir. Really,
Thank you
Okay.
so
really
much, sir.
appreciate.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate. I appreciate. It's a
Yes,
good
sir.
innovation. At least for a
Okay.
start, if we are making
Yes, sir.
a great moves.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
So,
Thank you very much,
is
sir.
well. I would love to see your comment in Twitter and Facebook.
No problem. We tag you, sir. We
Yeah,
tag you.
no problem. No
Yes,
problem.
sir.
No,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
sir.
much for the class.
Good night. Good night, sir. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Before we leave, I have for okay. The next webinar will be next month, Saturday in March by 8 p.m. So please let's note that. Also, you can as well reach out to us in case you need academic mentorship. So you can just reach out to our yeah. The phone number is there. Just message the number, then we will see what we can do. Okay, that's part of what we do here in Sciencoon. We help people with their, let's say, academics. We give we render assistance, we give mentorship and so many other things like that. So also you can as well refer, you can recommend your friend to join our WhatsApp group. We share daily posts such as study tips, scientists of the month, and so many other things like that. Just to make sure that okay, we keep that passion and interest for science intact. So Sciencoon is a very nice place for students, for science students, and then those that have passion for science. So thank you very much for joining this session. You can go to the chat box. The speaker's details are there, the phone number, so you can reach out to him. In case you have any question, you can enter his DM. You are free to do that. So thank you very much. I think someone is raising up his or her hand. Do you have any
Okay.
question?
Is there any question?
Is there any question? Khalil, you are raising up your hand. Okay, maybe that was a mistake. All right.
Okay. Or you can use the chat box if something you can chat and type.
Yeah, if it's something you can type, you can just use the chat box. Our speaker is still here. We attend to your question. We still have, well, we have less than 9 minutes. Is that a fresh question?
Okay. You say, what are some of the most promising areas of neuroscience research for developing new treatments for neurological and psychiatric disorder?
All right, I can go ahead to
Okay,
answer that,
okay,
sir. Thank you,
okay.
sir.
Now, the person is asking about new treatments for neurological and psychiatric disorders. I believe, if that is your question, the person's question, uh, missing areas of neuroscience research. For instance, when someone writes in the field of Alzheimer's disease, insomnia, uh, dementia, it goes faster than brain damage because it is something that is very people are facing. November last year, about the way you can use garden egg to treat chronic stress, which can lead to insomnia. So all these things are the way you can bring up research. There are many ways you can bring up research.
Ma?
Natural deposit in our father's land, our father's backyard. The question is, how many of them can you identify? How many of them
Yes,
have
sir.
you asked questions? What can this be of benefit to humanity? So there are a lot of treatments out there. A good question, and I would advise this: when you want to bring or prefer solutions to psychiatric disorders, there are sometimes when you try to bring a solution, you are creating a problem. So don't get discouraged because as you are trying to find a solution, you are creating a problem. That problem is also necessary, is needed. Some people are out in the field of neuroscience, while some are out there looking for to buy a solution. The question is how you organize yourself. So when you get a problem, know that God is giving you a step to something that you are looking forward to. For instance, sorry to say this, but COVID-19 was a problem. They were trying to find a solution, but they created a problem and they sold it out. Now, they made money using that particular disease. So, science, medically, they are selling problem and they are selling solution at the same time. So, anyone you get, it is something. I don't know if I answered your question. I don't know if I answered your question. Yes. So, don't say, am I getting this thing? Just focus on that thing you are doing. Whether you create a solution or whether you create a problem. But we are not praying to create a problem, but it is part of education. I don't know if you get where I'm coming from. Yes. So, and as you are creating a problem or solution, watch out for the side effect. When you want to create a problem, let it be 100% or probably 90, 95%. At least a minimal side effect. Probably somebody will research on when you introduce it to the system, it is creating a solution but have a serious side effect.
Okay. Thank you very much
So,
for that,
so
sir.
I will just leave it here.
Okay, sir. Last question. Wow. So you see
Hey,
how another question,
okay,
sir. We
okay.
still have
What are
four
some of you
minutes.
say? Okay, what are, let me be fast. What used in neuroscience research, such as brain imaging and electrophysiology? I don't know if you have heard of what is called Drosophila. They brought new idea of Drosophila because
Yeah, I know
people
about
are
it, sir.
yeah, people are saying that in neuroscience is expensive to do research. Now they brought out housefly because Drosophila is housefly. You can use housefly to do research. You are not buying rats, you are not buying rabbits, you can use housefly. The question is, do you know what you want to research on? When you get what you know, how do you implement those things in the house? Like they have models, different models of one way that I saw recently is using frog model. They have lizard model. They have a lot of model. It depends on the one that you can get. Just find the model and it will be very easy. They have bee model. So a lot of them out there is just for you to know the one that you want to go for that is more easy. So I don't think they have the one of most important. So every of them is important.
Oh, thank you very much for that, sir. So this person has been raising up and since Kalilat. What's your question?
Okay.
Hello, are you there?
Eh?
Kalilat. She has been raising up her hand.
Ah.
Probably
Yeah.
that was a mistake, sir.
Okay.
So we are really okay. She said it was a mistake.
Oh,
So
oh,
we are
oh,
really
okay.
grateful. Sir, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Sir, we are really grateful for that, sir. So because of our
Okay.
time, so I think we should end the meeting right away, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. And we hope that
Um,
when next we come to you, you will be glad to have us, sir.
by God's grace, I will have it
Okay,
too.
sir.
Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
I really appreciate.
Yes, a good night, sir.
Okay.
So we come to the end of the meeting. So good night, everybody.
Good night, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good night. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate it.
Me too, sir.
Thank you for your time, Sha.
Thank you.